Most people know their blood type, A, B, AB, or O, positive or negative. But almost no one knows what that tiny letter actually means for how long they're going to live. Scientists have been studying this for decades, and what they've found is quietly shocking. Your blood type is determined before you're born, written into your DNA by your parents. But it doesn't just affect how blood transfusions work. It influences your immune system, your hormones, the bacteria living in your gut, and even how your body handles stress. Blood type O, the most common type in the world, and in many ways, the most ancient. Type O, humans are descendants of the earliest hunter-gatherers. Their blood evolved to handle high-protein diets, intense physical activity, and short, explosive bursts of danger. Studies show type O individuals have a significantly lower risk of heart disease compared to every other blood type. But type O isn't without its risks. Research from Harvard Medical School found that type O individuals have a higher likelihood of developing peptic ulcers, largely because H. pylori bacteria attach more easily to their gut lining. They also face a higher risk of bleeding disorders when injured. The same blood that made them great hunters has a harder time stopping itself. Now, type A. This blood type emerged around 15,000 to 20,000 years ago when humans transitioned from hunting to farming. Type A individuals are generally calmer, more methodical. Their immune systems adapted to plant-rich diets. But there's a darker side. Type A individuals consistently show higher rates of certain cancers, particularly stomach cancer, and they produce significantly higher levels of cortisol under stress. That cortisol, over decades, slowly and silently damages the heart. Type B is fascinating. Emerging from the harsh Himalayan highlands around 10,000 BC, Type B blood adapted to extreme cold, diverse diets, and nomadic survival. Type B individuals tend to have stronger immune systems and lower rates of many common cancers. However, research has linked Type B to a moderately higher risk of ovarian cancer in women, and some studies suggest a connection to slower cognitive processing under chronic stress. And then there's Type AB, the rarest and most recently evolved blood type, emerging only about 1,000 years ago. Type AB combines traits of both A and B, a complex immune system, strong adaptability. But this complexity comes at a cost. Studies have found Type AB individuals face a 23% higher risk of heart disease compared to Type O. And research published in the journal Neurology linked Type AB to a significantly higher risk of cognitive decline and memory problems later in life. Here's where it gets really interesting. A landmark study tracking over 400,000 people found that your blood type has a measurable, statistically significant effect on your risk of dying from cardiovascular disease, the world's #1 killer. Type O had the lowest overall cardiovascular mortality. Type AB had the highest. But here's what matters most. Blood type is not destiny. It is a risk profile, a biological tendency, not a guarantee. The Rh factor, that positive or negative after your blood type, also plays a role most people completely overlook. Rh negative individuals make up only 15% of the global population. Studies suggest they may have slightly different immune responses, particularly to certain viral infections. And some research links Rh negative status to lower rates of certain autoimmune diseases. A rare blood type with some quiet advantages. So what can you actually do with this information? If you're Type A, actively manage your cortisol. Meditation, sleep, lower intensity exercise. Your heart depends on it more than most. If you're Type O, protect your gut. Probiotics, anti-inflammatory diet, regular check-ins for ulcer symptoms. If you're Type AB, cardiovascular health needs to be your #1 priority. regular cardio, limit saturated fats. And type B, you're in a relatively strong position. But don't get complacent. The science is clear. Your blood type is one piece of a much larger puzzle. Genetics, lifestyle, diet, sleep, stress. These all interact with your blood type to write the final story of your health. But understanding your biological starting point gives you a real advantage. Most people are playing a game they don't fully understand. Now you do. If you found this useful, your blood type probably has more surprises waiting. Because next, we're going into exactly what your blood type says about your cancer risk specifically. Something most doctors still aren't talking about. Make sure you don't miss that one.